What's up, guys? Powerbang here, and I'm bringing you guys another strategy guide. This one focusing in on Town Hall 9. You guys had said in my previous video you'd love to see more Town Hall 9 content, so I'm listening. I'm trying to give you just that. So today we're looking at the GoBoLo strategy, which is basically golems, bowlers, and your heroes pushing into the base, similar to the Stoned HoBo that we talked about in the last strategy guide. This is kind of the same style of entry, but again, we are focusing specifically in on the air defenses in the base. So what kind of bases are we looking for? Bases like this, where if you kind of hone in on the air defenses and look just at those, you see how in the middle of those compartments, if there was, say, bowlers standing on this air sweeper, they'd have a pretty good shot at ruining pretty much all of those air defenses. So let's focus on how we can get to that spot with our bowlers. First off, we're going to need to bring a bunch of tanks, right? Now, this strategy is very flexible as far as how many golems you bring. You're going to bring at least 2. Sometimes you can bring up to 3, depending on how far you think you can get across the base and how reliable the pathing is. If it looks pretty streamlined, like when you scout and you see that, one defense kind of leads to the next, you can invest more in your tanking and keep the heroes and the bowlers up the whole raid. It also depends on how much incoming damage there is. And in this base, he's going to hit from the top because you see this compartment here with the archer tower and the elixir storage. Basically, that is a very easy compartment to wall break into. And the compartment itself goes extremely deep. You can drop a jump spell on this junction here, and that is going to lead all the way to the backside of this base. You could literally drop it on this junction and stretch it to this compartment here to get basically troops all the way with one jump, all the way to this clan castle, and then being able to reach the queen from there as well. So very, very high value entry point if you come in from there. So let's watch KC as he does that. As far as the objectives are concerned, you're basically trying to drop in tanking and make sure that you're building a very adequate funnel, setting those edges. We'll watch how he does that here. In go the golems, and then on the outskirts, you'll notice the minion in the corner hut, wizard on that corner hut, and then just basically taking all the buildings out on that side of the base. Now, test wall breaker goes down. It's important to secure the wall breaker position, make sure it's good to go. And then we've got the archer queen coming in behind the golems. Now, one thing that I will point out as far as the strategy is concerned here, his jump spell was too slow. He should have the jump spell on the field as the wall is being broken open. The reason for this is because now that this wall is open, the nearest defensive buildings are still right here for the golem on the right and right here for the golem on the left. If the jump spell was down, that would open the pathing to this building right here, and as the other buildings finally go down, the golems would redirect to go into the core. So you'll see some issues with redirection here, but this just goes to show how strong the bowlers are inside of a rage once you get into the base. So there's the jump spell. Now you see the golem kind of redirecting. He supplements this kill squad with a couple Valkyries as well to help with the CC kill as well as the push. Now, he brings a poison spell to deal with the Valkyries, and look at the rage spell that comes down, and notice the buildings just dropping everywhere, completely wrecking it. Now, after you've kind of pushed into the base, he's identified here that he may have a air defense that remains standing, and he's chosen to bring 2 lava hounds in order to tank the final air defense. Oftentimes you only need 1, but it's a good idea to clear the air traps out of the way for your balloons. So as you kind of clear in and get those air defenses taken care of, you want to make sure that the loons are coming in while your kill squad still survives, because believe it or not, these golems will actually be standing up, tanking the damage of the troops while the balloons are incoming. Same thing is going on down here. Those golems are actually tanking the Teslas as well as the wizard towers. So, again, just like the hogs, you surgically target those balloons into the defenses. And one thing that's pretty key is that you make sure you drop in balloons for the first buildings in that defensive ring. Very easy to overlook those. Right here, these Tesla and this Expo. Very easy to overlook that and send just to the wizard tower and Tesla farm down here. But KC does a great job in remembering to drop balloons for that Tesla. As you can see, it would do some significant damage to his bowlers had he forgotten it. So really good job there. You use a haste spell if you can afford one. He chose to drop the poison spell out of his army composition to help with the balloons, speeding everything up. And notice he's got the Hound out in front now that survived the last air defense. The heroes actually took that out. So really, really nice job on the entry. All 4 air defenses taken down with the kill squad, and that is the beauty of this strategy. Notice there are no air targeting defenses left in the base and a ton of balloons left, so we know that this will be a 3-star. He's got pups everywhere. The heroes survive, pushing all the way across the base. Notice the king got all the way to the other side without a single broken wall in the interior of the base. That is the beauty of the double jump, guys. You can decide how many jumps and wall breakers that you need to bring, and it's completely base dependent, but I'm going to show you guys a few examples with varying numbers of troops and, spells and wall breakers and whatnot. Again, look at this base. Notice the air defense is just chilling. If you can get a group of bowlers into this town hall compartment, you're going to kill the 2 air defenses on the right on the way in, and then the back 2 as you get in there. So he's going to bring 3 golems for this push because he's got to go deep into the base. He knows he has to go through a bunch of DPS, and the queen is all the way on the back side of the base. So 3 golems. Now, the funnel is very, very crucial still, so he's actually going to get that created. Very nicely done. And then now that the funnel is set up super wide, in we go. Check that out. He's gone all the way around the corner on the right side. Golems in at the top, and then wall breakers to open up that wall. And now you're going to see a jump spell come down to go ahead and get those golems into the core. So that is actually really nice. He chose to come in from the top right. He actually faked me out a little bit. I thought he was going to be coming from the right side, but he chose to come in from a flat side of the base, which is actually much better when it comes to bowler pathing. Bowlers are very, very prone to walking if the funnel is not created. But check that out. Everything in the interior is down, and now they head in, use the jump spell, hop in there, and now they're in a rage spell, and watch everything fall. Look at this. All the air defenses go down. The king has hopped with the second jump spell to the queen, and the bowlers go over there and take out the final air defense. And look at this. He's targeted balloons into all of, it's like the old school holo, the old holo wee wee. Extremely awesome raid here, sending them in the backside. But this was all made possible by the extremely, huge kill squad with the 3 golems, the bowlers out of the clan castle, and then the heroes kind of supporting it. Got all 4 air defenses. But I mean, look at that. On a strategy like this, if you're planning on bringing no hounds to support your army, he's even got an extra loon here. He sends in 1 here to target the dark elixir, and then probably another one will come from the right to make sure that this ring over here gets taken care of. So we'll watch that. There it is. So basically on raids like this where you're bringing just a bunch of balloons and no hounds to cover, a good idea is to check the expos to make sure that they're not pointed up. If they are, that can give your loons some problems if they do not have any tanking. So let's watch one more raid, guys. This one's going to be a little bit different army composition wise, but still just as effective. So the first one we saw 2 golems, and we saw the double jump as well. The second one we saw 3 golems and no hounds. This one we're going to see 3 golems as well, but we will see hounds in addition to that. So less balloons here by 5, but let's go ahead and watch as Jay Sweezy again takes out a side of the base, creates a beautiful funnel, uses a jump spell to access the base, and then a second one to get even further in. The rage spell, guys, will go on the bowlers. So from the right side, he's taking a very, very wide funnel here. Really nice job with that. Really like the use of the goblins here. Get creative, guys, in your funneling. Notice those goblins do double damage to resource buildings, which include the storages and the town hall. So really appropriate use of 3 camp space there to help those goblins, speedily get through. So all 3 golems go into the base now. We've got the king, and we've got bowlers following them in. We've got the queen also going to follow them in. The clan castle comes out. He has chosen to bring a poison spell for the clan castle, in addition to a haste spell for the balloons when they come in. But check out that second jump spell. That leads them to the final 3 air defenses, as well as the queen position. Now, the golems, again, are out front. The king uses his ability early, hops the wall, and takes the queen out. Now, the bowlers are doing work at this point. Here we go. Bowlers have finally snapped together. They take out the second air defense. The king gets the third air defense. Bowlers get the fourth air defense. And we are air defense free, guys, with a whole lot of balloons still to come in. And the cool thing is, notice the golems and the king that have pushed all the way to the backside of this base. Everything is shooting those golems. So this actually works out really great. The loons kind of clump together, take out the wizard tower, and that is the last major threat in the base. Now on the right side, he sends in a trailing balloon there to make sure that that archer tower is going to get taken care of. Really nice job with that. And then we basically just watch as the balloons, you know, take care of the rest of this base. Really, really nice job. Jay Sweezy getting it done. We've got pups taking care of the base. Hopefully that makes sense, guys. Target those bases with air defenses kind of clustered around a single point. Use your first jump spell to kind of get your troops, your big kill squad, 3 golems, maybe 2 if you can afford to not take as much tanking. And then get your bowlers, get your heroes into that area, and then rage up and watch the base just get melted from the inside out. And then target surgically the balloons from the outside and go counterclockwise or clockwise, depending on wherever you have the tanking of your golems and your king as they're standing in the middle of this base. Try to utilize that tanking to make sure that your balloons are as protected as possible, even though there's no air targeting no air defenses left in the base. The air targeting defense on the outside of the base can still do some damage to your balloons, and if they are distracted by golems, that just makes it all the more easy for your balloons to come in and clean up. So hopefully you guys liked the episode. If you did, I would appreciate a like on the video. That's all I got, though. Share this with your clan mates, and you know, help your clan get up and cooking with some 3 stars. That's all I got for now, guys. This is Powerbang. I'm signing out till next time. Take care.